Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are playing with highly rated drugstore makeup. I placed an order on Ulta.com and picked up some goodies, and I'm excited to play with them. Most of these I will be trying for the first time here on camera. A couple of these I've been playing with for the last couple of weeks, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start by putting this hair back because I just curled it. Okay, let's get started. For foundation, I'm actually gonna go in with the Maybelline Stay Active foundation. I tested this last week and I really liked this product. When I first applied it onto the skin, it really reminded me of my two holy grail natural matte finish foundations that are high-end, Dior Forever and the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow. I wore it around for the full day, and I actually did a video on it that will probably be up before this video goes up. If so, I'll link it down below. I wore it around the whole day and it wore really well. I did actually have a bit of a soft glow towards the end of the day. It didn't stay matte on me all day long, but I also didn't set it with powder that day. And it was a pretty humid day. But either way, even though it had a glow, it still looked good. When I first applied it, I would say that it looked as good as this. I would say over the course of the day, it didn't quite wear as well as these do after 7 or 8 hours, but for $12, I mean, it was good. So, by the way, I'm the shade medium beige, and it's like the perfect match for me. I always feel like it's an enormous win whenever I match myself perfectly from the drugstore, because it's always like a guessing game, right? I actually did a video a few years back on how to figure out your drugstore color. I'll link that video down below for you as well. That might be helpful. I don't understand why we can't have testers at the drugstore. Like, why? What I like about this foundation, it gives great coverage, but it looks really natural, and the finish is pretty much a natural matte finish. So it's not gonna have any shine to it, but it doesn't look flat or dry or like overly matte. It looks like a nice soft velvety matte finish. And you don't really need much. The consistency on this is actually pretty thick. So you wanna make sure that when you're applying it, you're kind of moving your brush quickly across the skin to really spread that product out. Oh, looks so good, and it blends out so quickly and easily. Okay, so I got that on. Let's go ahead and warm up the face, and I have a product. This one I have played with. This is from Physicians Formula. This is the liquid bronzer, the Butter Glow liquid bronzer. I've seen a couple of liquid bronzers launch recently. I guess that's a new trend. They give more of a natural finish. It's kind of between a cream and a powder in terms of color payoff. I really like this one. This one's nice and warm. This shade, by the way, is bronze. This is what it looks like. And I'm actually gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 106, and I'm gonna pick it up directly to the brush, but I'm also gonna kind of play with it on my hand a little bit just so that I don't go in with too much product. I always like to go in and build rather than apply too much off the bat. And this is a really warm color. It's got a lot of orange to it, so I don't want to apply too much. Ooh, there we go. I got more on that side. But what I like about this is it blends out really easily. The color is pretty warm though, so if you like a bronzer that doesn't lean as warm or kind of more in the middle of more neutral rather than too cool or too warm, this one's gonna be too warm for you. But what I like about it, it gives a little bit of a glow. Let me even myself out over here, and it's really easy to blend. So if you over apply like I did, I mean, you literally just bounce it over the skin and it'll blend out. I'm gonna go ahead and take everything that's on my hand and work it in. And go on the sides too. Warm up the center of the face. It's a nice balance because the foundation's more of a natural matte, but the bronzer gives a bit of a glow. Looks good. I picked up this Ulta Beauty Too Cheeky Lip and Cheek Stick, and I'm excited to play with it. I don't really purchase too much Ulta Beauty brand, but I'm pretty sure this one had a nice rating, so that's why I grabbed it. And the shade that I grabbed is called Close Up. So it's a nice short little chubby stick. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand so you can see. Ooh, the color is really pretty. It's a little more cool tone than I expected it. I kind of thought it was gonna lean a little more neutral. And it looks to have a nice texture, like it's kind of sheer when you first do a swatch, but then you can build it. And it feels, ooh, it feels really light and creamy, not drying at all. I'm actually gonna go on the straight to the skin with this because it doesn't seem like it has too much pigment. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, and I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 112 brush. Ooh, this is nice, you guys. This is really, really nice. Very soft, very natural. And it also gives the skin a little bit of a glow. That's so pretty. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, a little shimmer. Oh, that's so pretty. It's very buildable. Like on this cheek, I have more color because I applied more pressure. So I'm gonna go and even myself out. That's really pretty, you guys. I like this. This is nice. This is really nice. It says you can also use it on the lips. I'm gonna go in with the lip color later, but let's just pop this on the lips for fun right now to see what it looks like. Okay, so on the lips, it feels super lightweight. It doesn't feel like a gloss or a balm. It feels like a lipstick, but very light, very pretty. That's nice. I actually would use this on the lips. You know, a lot of times these products that are meant for cheeks and lips and eyes and all of that, I mean, I don't ever use them really in that many areas, but this is nice. This is something I would actually wear on my lips. I think we're seeing a lot of these multi-use products, cheeks and lips and eyes, but most of the time I just buy them for the cheeks or for the lips. This I would actually use on my lips. I like the color, very pretty. Okay, so moving right along, I got two little eyeshadow palettes and I can't really decide which one I want to use, so I'm going to use them both. I got this one from Essence. It's the Coral Me Happy palette. It has 6 shadows. You get 3 mattes and also 3 shimmers. They lean pretty warm. And then I also got this Wet n Wild color icon. In this palette, you get 5 shadows. You get 5 shadows in here, and you also get an assortment of matte and shimmer shades. So I am gonna prime my eyes, and I'm using this primer from Milk Makeup. I don't have a good drugstore primer here. If you have a good recommendation for a drugstore eye primer, please drop that down below, because I haven't found one that I absolutely love. I find myself always going to my high-end eye primers. Okay, I like this one because it's translucent. It's very light and completely clear, so it has no color. It's really just gonna enhance the whatever shadow you're using and bring out the true color of it. Okay, so let's go in. I'm gonna go in first with this shade right here from the Essence palette. And I am gonna use a big, fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 201. It's very big, very round, super fluffy. It's gonna just apply a nice little halo of this shade. Depending on the brush you use, you're gonna get more pigment. So I wanted to use something that's gonna apply it light and sheer, because I didn't know how much orange comes out of this, and you actually do get quite a bit. So that went on really nice and beautiful. It's applied lighter, but I also used a larger brush. Let me swatch this with my finger and see what kind of payoff we get. So with your finger, you get a pretty good payoff. There we go, when I can kind of get off that light, you can see it better. It's got a nice even payoff of color, not patchy at all, really easy to blend. I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty 202 brush, and I'm gonna grab this shade right here from the Wet n Wild. It's more of kind of like a brownie, like ochre shade, similar tone. I'm just gonna take the tip of this brush and we're gonna kind of put this into the crease, but I want to still keep it soft. Next, we're gonna go in with this shade right here from the Essence palette. Oh, let's get this in focus. There we go. This is what it looks like. It's like a true gold. Okay, that's going on really nice. The formula of this palette is really beautiful. The shimmers and the mattes are nice. You get good color payoff, no real fallout, and they really blend out easily. Next, I'm gonna go in with this liner from LA Girl. This is the metallic eyeliner, the Shockwave metallic eyeliner, and I got the shade Brown Sugar. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's a really nice kind of medium brown. I'm surprised it's described as being metallic. I definitely wouldn't describe that as metallic. It has a bit of a shimmer to it, which is nice, and I actually like that. Oop, there we go. But I wouldn't describe this as metallic. To me, this looks like any other shimmer brown liner. It's pretty, but I just wouldn't describe it. I wouldn't think to describe it as metallic. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna line my upper lash line. So this pencil is very soft. It glides onto the skin really easily. It's a perfect shade of brown. You've got some depth so you can get some good definition, but it's much softer than black. I'm able to control my line really well with the shape of this pencil. I am gonna run this on my lower lash line as well. I'm gonna stop about halfway through to kind of keep more of a round open shape to the eyes. So I do like this, this is nice, but I still prefer the NYX eyeliner, retractable eyeliner in the shade Bronze. They're very similar, but if you're gonna pick between one of the two, I really like this NYX a little bit better. So I'm gonna pop into the Wet n Wild palette and I'm gonna mix these two shades. I'm gonna do this matte dark chocolate brown. I'm gonna mix this shimmery bronze together. And I'm using the BK Beauty 210 brush. It's more of a small tapered pencil brush. And we are going to kind of run this over the liner. This is just gonna give it a little bit more of a smokier vibe. The bronze shimmer is also gonna soften the liner a little bit, give it a lighter look. So it's kind of more of like a thick diffused line. And this can be a little messy, it's okay. You wanna start from the outer corner first, because if you want that liner to be thicker anywhere, it's really here on the outer half of the eye. And then I'm gonna take just the bronze shade and do the lower lash line. So I'm not adding that dark matte shade, I'm just doing the bronze shade. And the purpose of that is to just really soften this lower lash line a bit. I always like my lower lash line to have a softer look than to have a really like harsh line there. Ooh, this shade is beautiful. That shade is really, really beautiful, especially when you layer it over a dark brown. And I'm not really getting any fallout with either of these two palettes. These shadows in both palettes are really nice. All right, let's go ahead and apply mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes, so I just get a little extra lift. I'm gonna use my Dior primer. I don't have a good drugstore lash primer. That's another recommendation I need. If you have one that you love, please share the love and let us know down below. And then we're gonna go in with my current favorite drugstore mascara right now. It's the Essence Lash Like a Boss mascara. I really love this mascara. It gives like wispy, fluttery, full looking lashes, length and volume, and just a really pretty wispiness to them. I don't have issues with this flaking. I have heard that some people experience this flaking on them. Doesn't happen to me, but I want to share that in case you purchase this and you have that experience, full disclaimer. I also like the wand on it. It has a little bit of a curve, so it helps promote that lash lift, and it's just easier for application, I find. Look at those lashes, just so pretty. I do want to give some highlight and lift to the brows. I'm going to use this shade from the Wet n Wild palette. Now this shade is a pretty stark shimmery shade, like that's really white. So I don't want it to look that white underneath my brow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a fluffier brush to apply it versus a shorter, dense brush. I'm gonna show you why. So when I say fluffier versus dense, so this is what I'm talking about. So this brush is fluffier, the bristles are longer and looser. This brush is more dense, the fibers are shorter and packed there. This brush is gonna pick up and apply more color. This brush is gonna blend shadow out and pick it up in a much softer manner. Let me show you. So if I grab this 203 brush, okay, and I apply it on my hand, on my skin, that is about the payoff that you get. You get pretty intense payoff, right? I use this brush to pack on color on my lid, but for underneath my brow, I want a softer application. So I'm gonna use this brush. I'm gonna go into the same product and let me show you how it applies product. So do you see the difference in the two applications? Let's see, it's so light reflective, it's difficult to see, but this was with the 203, the more dense brush. This was with the blending brush. So this is the brush I'm gonna use to apply it underneath my brow so I have a softer, more natural look. By the way, this is the BK Beauty 211 brush. I'm gonna have a very, very light hand, light pressure. When you want a lighter hand, so you want to be able to blend more, hold your brush a little further out. That gives you more movement than if you're really, really tight close to the ferrule. So little tip right there. Hold it a little further out and just kind of lightly blend. You can always go back and add more if you want to build, but give yourself that control by starting off light. I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm just gonna pop a tiny bit right here in the inner corner just to light up those eyes. Perfect. So for a lip combo, I'm gonna use two products that I picked up. I grabbed the Ulta Beauty Velvet Matte Lip Crayon, another Ulta Beauty product, highly rated. And then I also grabbed this Flower Beauty lipstick. This is the shade Buttercup. And I'm gonna show you how these swatch because I think together they're gonna look really nice. Let's actually use my other hand. So the lip crayon is a nice kind of warm pop of pink. And the lipstick is a nice like sheer glossy, more rosy neutral shade. I'm gonna put them side by side so you can see. So I think that that lipstick will really kind of tone down that pop of pink, which will coordinate a little bit better with the eyes. So let's give it a try. What I like about lip crayons, I don't use them too much, but what I do like about them is it's kind of one of those great products. This could be a lip liner one day, it could be a lipstick one day, it could be both. It's kind of like an eye crayon. Today I'm gonna use it for the purpose of lip liner. Okay, so this formula is really soft and creamy. I'm gonna do a nice line and then I'm actually gonna kind of fill in most of the lip. I'll leave the center bare, but I wanna fill it in just so when I put that lipstick on it, it really blends and melds together to look like one color. Let's go in with the lipstick. Oh, wow, this feels like butter. This feels so good. Oh my gosh, this literally makes me want to close my eyes and just like savor this moment. Yeah, that's a little dramatic, but this feels really good. Like I could keep going. I should stop. I know I should. Okay, we're done. This feels good. This is really, really nice. Even feels amazing. It just feels so nice on the lips. Like, this is a really beautiful formula. I don't know how long wearing it's gonna be, but I think pairing it with that lip crayon will definitely help. I like this combination of the two. Both of these are really, really nice products. So this is the finished look. Let me give you guys my thoughts on the products that we tested today and any products that really stood out to me. Overall, I think every product I used is a good product. There was nothing that I used that I was disappointed with. Both the palettes are great quality. This particular palette, the color scheme, I think it's a little too warm for me. Like I don't see myself really grabbing and going for this too much, but the formula again was beautiful. So I could certainly play with these other shades. This shade would be one I would probably wear more, but I don't really know that I love the like real yellow gold on me. I mean, it's different. I don't think it looks bad. It's just different, not like my go-to. Overall, everything was good. Let me talk about the products that I really, really loved. I have to start with the lips. This lip combo, even though this was the last product that I used, was so nice. Both of these were really, really nice. This Velvet Matte Lip Crayon, it's described as matte, but it really feels kind of creamy. It doesn't feel glossy, but it doesn't feel like a matte lip pencil or lip crayon. It's very, very hydrating. I like the color. It's more of a brighter poppy pink, a lot of more warmth to it. This lipstick, I think you guys got to witness how much I love this lipstick. It feels so, so good on the lips. The color is more sheer. It's kind of like, nothing's really special about the color, but it is a great basic kind of go-to everyday color. And it's one of those colors that could morph with your lip pencil. So if you wear it with something like I did, you're gonna get more of a warm pink vibe. If you wear it with more of like an oaky kind of brownie nude lip pencil, it could lean that way. It's one of those lipsticks that'll really morph into whatever liner you pair it with, but this is really nice. This cheek stick, I really, really loved. Ulta Beauty, who knew? Too cheeky for lips and cheeks. And like I said, this would be a product I would use on my lips and cheeks. On the lips, it's a super light formula. It feels more like a lipstick than anything else. It doesn't feel like a gloss, doesn't feel like a balm, but it's very, very lightweight. And I think the color is really nice. And this color is called Close Up, just a great go-to everyday rosy shade. On the cheeks, it offers buildable pigment, so at first application it's going to be pretty natural, but you can definitely build it and get good payoff, and it's super easy to blend. So those three products really jumped out kind of as favorites from today, but really overall everything I really enjoyed. So I will link all the products that I used and the shades next to them in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you used any of these products and you have feedback or opinions, let us know as well down below. And if you also have any brand new favorite drugstore products you've tested and tried recently, let me know. I want to make sure I'm incorporating affordable beauty into my channel. I actually have an idea for a series that the first video will probably go up before this. It's kind of like beauty on a budget series where I just do really short 5-minute videos, 5 minutes or less, on one drugstore beauty product and give you kind of my honest opinion whether I like it or I dislike it. So if that sounds of interest to you guys, let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a beautiful day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.